Portland! I am sorry for the inactivity on this channel over the last month, but Steve and I were moving to Portland, which is where you are currently. Well, not, you aren't currently here. You're watching somebody that's in Portland. If you were wearing like a virtual reality gig and watching this, then I guess you would be virtually in Portland. So over the past month, Steve and I have been moving, actually like 6 weeks, and we are basically completely unpacked with the exception of our board game collection. We very purposely have not been opening any of our board game boxes because we knew as soon as we would just immediately stop unpacking everything else and just play board games. But there are now only like 4 boxes in the entirety of the house that aren't unpacked yet, except for the board game boxes, which there are 24 of. Because our entire board game collection is currently packed up in 24 boxes, I figured this would be a great time to go through my board game collection and give you an idea of what I have in my collection. And by idea, I mean let you see the entirety of it. We pared down our collection quite a bit before we moved, but we still probably have some games that we're going to be paring down throughout this video series. So join us and this 24 or maybe 23 or maybe less, I don't know, I might group boxes, a series of just unpacking the board game collection. Let's do this. Okay, so the movers packed the boxes into the pod. We used moving pods, not in order, and our movers in Portland unpack them and not in order. So all of these boxes are on order. So this is Box O Games number 12. And we're gonna see what's inside. I feel like I should have another camera recording a top down, but I'm too lazy. And also need to make sure I don't stab all the way into the box. All right, let's see what we got. Oh ho ho! All right, so right off the top, we have Pocket Ogre, which I bought for Steve when I was at a trip and I saw it. So yeah, it's the pocket version, because not every version of Ogre should cost $200 and weigh a brick ton. So yeah, he hasn't opened this yet, so I have no idea if it's good or not. But it was about $2 if I remember correctly. So yeah, Pocket Ogre. Next up, we have Tessin, which is a quick 2-player fighting game that I really enjoy. Actually, I haven't played it in a really long time. Steve and I will probably, we're looking at doing a new 2-player game series, so this will have to go on the shelf for that. We have Daniel Solis's Regime. We have quite a few Daniel Solis games that are just tossed in these boxes because they're good space fillers. So we actually haven't played this one, but it was on our to-do list. The problem is I believe it requires a decent sized player count. Like we can't just play with 2 players. I think we need like 3 or something. 3 or 4 or something above. Haha! Why do I keep saying haha? Next up we have Elaminis, the card game. It is a very simple, very lightweight card game for 2 to 8 players, ages 7 and up. But I have had success playing this game with 5-year-olds if I just remove the action cards that make stuff a little weird. But basically the whole point of the game is you're trying to collect the 5 unique Elaminis in front of you, and the first person to do that wins the game. So yeah, but you can block your opponents and you can like trade and do all this other fun stuff. Yeah, I've had really good success playing this while inebriated, super tired, or with 5-year-olds. So, you know, it's a good game. Next we have Murder of Crows by Ed Braff and somebody else. Ed Braff and Thomas Denmark. It's a word-playing game where you're trying to spell murder, and the cool thing is at the bottom of the cards there's a sentence and they all tie together to make a cool story. So whoever wins is the first person to play murder, will spell murder, and when you spell it out there's a fun little story inside. It's a quick game, it's 2 to 5 players, takes about 20 minutes, and yeah, Murder of Crows. Bonza! Wait, what is this? Bonanza? Bonanza. I think this is Bonanza. I don't think that's how you pronounce it. So this is the German edition of Bonanza. Steve and I went to Europe last year in April, and we went to 4 countries. Germany, France, the Netherlands and Belgium, though I don't really count like we went to Belgium, we just drove through it. But we decided that the thing that we wanted to get as tourists of these locations was board games. So we got the German version of Bonanza. And funny enough, we haven't actually played this. We've played our friend's copy, but this copy isn't open yet. So yeah, Bonanza. It's 3 to 5 players sadly, which means Steve and I will probably not play it frequently. So even though we got it in Germany, it might get a chopping block. Not sure. Alright, it looks like that was it for the smaller games, so we're gonna get into some of the bigger boxes. So first off, we have the D&D 5e starter set. I got this because I love D&D. I played D&D. I was in a D&D 4e campaign for 3.5 years, and it ended and I was super sad and I wanted to play more D&D, so I picked up the 5e starter set and I did an online 5e starter set game, and I actually discovered I didn't really like 5e. Specifically the magic system, because I usually play somebody that has magic powers and I didn't really enjoy it. So yeah, this starter set might be looking for a new home as well. Haha! Disc Duelers from Level 99 Games, designed by D. Brad Dalton Jr., is a dexterity game where each player has characters and your character has a matching disc and you make the arena on the table. This game is probably one of the games that is to blame for Steve and I guess dating, because I asked him to come over and play this game with me really late at night one night, and we had a lot of fun and much alcohol was consumed, and then we took it to a friend's house to play at Thanksgiving, and it was also super fun because it plays 2 to 6 players. So yeah, Disc Duelers. I think this is like one of the only dexterity games that I have in the collection that uses your brain, because there's powers and the character cards and stuff like that. So Disc Duelers. Oh, this is a special one. So this is Steve's. So this is a handmade, and when I say handmade, I mean the box is made of pieces of paper layered together. This is a handmade copy of DEF CON that Steve made. I don't even know, how long ago did you make this?
Yeah, it's on the box actually.
You like said when you made it on the box?
It's on the cover. It says, or maybe either the front or the back.
2006?
Yeah.
The copyright?
Yeah.
Did you? Okay. Apparently Steve made this in 2006. Have you played it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It wasn't very good. Well, it's a reskin of Kung Fu Fighting by Slugfest.
Okay.
Which is the guys that did Red Dragon. That's their first game.
But you say it's not very good?
Oh, I mean, I haven't played it in 8 years, 9 years.
It's 2 to 6 players, 30 minutes, 10 to adult.
It has my favorite metal dice in there, though.
Okay. I don't see metal dice.
No, maybe I took them out. It's a little case.
Okay, maybe if we don't like it, maybe we should get rid of it.
Maybe I like it.
Okay. I think our video footage says that he said that it wasn't very good. But anyway, next up we have a set of dominoes. Steve designs games and does playtest games, and he requested that I got him a set of dominoes once, so I went out and got him a cheap set of dominoes. Dominoes. Plus, you never know when you're just gonna want to play dominoes covered in cat hair. Why is this covered in cat hair? Do cats get in boxes that are sealed? Schrodinger, how did you know? Next up, we have my copy of Star Trek Attack Wing. I know that gameplay-wise, X-Wing is better and better supported, and the minifigures are like nicer and all this other stuff, but I'm a Trekkie, so I had to get it. I actually have a few expansions and ships, and my brother and I played it the weekend I got it and had a blast, and then Steve and I have played it a few times, and I haven't really played it since. We actually play X-Wing more, so yeah, I might just keep it for the amazingly adorable figures, but I feel like maybe I should just find a new home for it. We'll see. Alright, next up, this is my very sad, and I mean very sad, copy of Among the Stars. I think, yeah. So, I'm a little angry with Artipia Games because back before they found US side publishers to help them with shipping, they used to just ship their games in like paper bags, basically, all the way from Greece. So this copy of Among the Stars, this entire corner was inside the box, and I had to pull it out and fix it, and it's obviously, it's a little special. And I contacted them about getting a replacement copy, and then they were like, yeah, sure, and then I never heard from them again. So yeah, but it's sleeved and it's got a bunch of expansions, and I do like Among the Stars. I just, every time I see this box, I get angry and I never want to play it because of that. So it's not the game's fault, it's the publisher's fault. So, and actually I backed a lot of their games all in a row, and every single one of their games I received had box damage because of the way they were shipping them. So I just stopped backing them entirely, though I know they now have US side publishers. Like, you can now get this from Stronghold Games, and it won't be coming from Greece in a paper bag, but that's why this is the only Artipia games I own anymore, because I got rid of all the other ones because I was so angry. And I need to play it more. I need to get it in a different box so I won't be angry every time I look at it. So this is a BIS. I got this at Gen Con, and I actually didn't play it until a few months ago because I'm really bad about that. But yeah, so this is Abyss. Steve and I recently played it and really enjoyed it, and so it will most assuredly stay in the collection. It is a, dude, their box design is beautiful but horrible. It's 2 to 4 players, takes about 45 minutes. I feel like if you're playing with 4 players, it's gonna take like an hour and a half, honestly. But yeah, it's like a set collection game where you're trying to make sets of cards, and there's some interesting auctioning slash, not auctioning, but like a turn-based bidding system, and you're trying to get lords and victory points, and there's interesting strategies and different routes that you can use in this game. And the theme is beautiful. Like, the art is really beautiful. I'm not sure the theme has anything to do with the gameplay, but whatever, it's cute. Another small game. It's another Daniel Solis game. This is Light Rail. This game, Steve and I have played quite a bit. We actually have 2 copies, so we can play with like a mega board. But it's a route building card game where, kind of imagine Tesoro, but not, where you have routes and you're trying to play cards to have your routes hit the most buildings and be complete. And you don't get points based on, like, yeah. It's a role-playing game. It's really interesting because you actually don't play the cards directly side by side. You stagnate them slightly, and it builds some interesting map shapes and stuff like that. I think this is, I kind of want to say this is like my most played Daniel Solis game, Light Rail. So yeah, it's a good travel pocket tile playing, not tile, but card route building game. Takes about 20 minutes, 2 to 4 players. There you go. Okay, then we have some big boys, and they're still shrink wrapped because I haven't played them yet. Viviculture. So I have, it's sideways. So I have Viviculture, and I have, oh wow, that one's heavier. Tuscany. They're both in shrink. Yeah, 2 to 6 players, 45 minutes to 90 minutes, and then this is an expansion for it that allows a solo play and increases the time by like doubling it. It's a game about managing a winery, which just strongly appeals to me, plus it's a Euro game and worker placement, and then everybody said the expansion was good, so I got it. So that's why I own these. Yeah, this was a Kickstarter obvious copy from the expansion. I got the base game, and I just need to play it still. If I do another one of these videos in here and these are still in shrink, tell me I have to get rid of them. So there you go. Alright, so that was game box number 12. I now have a bunch of games on the table. I hope you enjoyed watching me go through this game box, and I hope that I don't cut myself. I hope that you enjoyed this little insight into what is in Steve and I's collection. And you can kind of see how I randomly packed when I packed these boxes, I didn't pack them by like theme, I packed them by what made the most sense fitting wise. So usually I do a few bigger game boxes and then I would do small games as fillers to fill those weird spaces. So there's some boxes that'll be themed based, and then there's some boxes that are just like this one, which is very random. So yeah, I hope you can join me next time on whatever this series is gonna be named, which might just be Tiffany Unpacks in Oregon. Doodles.